and you're sitting beside the new coach, so I don't think you're going to say anything bad about him. But what have been the early feelings and observations that you've had with the new coach?
Good morning. Really happy to be here. We're about a month into training, and we're all so excited to have Gio. He's been really great. I think the thing that stuck out right away, just the confidence in what he does. He right away started to build trust with us, and I feel like we've come a long way really quick, which is hard to do sometimes, but there's been, I think, 100% buy-in from the girls to him, and in reverse as well. I feel like he's showed us that he really believes that we can be a great team, and I've never felt that belief dip for a single second since we've started. So it's been amazing. We feel so lucky. We know how qualified he is, and he could be coaching any team, and he's with us. So we feel really, just really excited to keep learning and growing and becoming the best we can be with him.
Right. Now, last year the team pushed really hard the last several years to try to qualify for Paris. Obviously came up a little bit short. How do you sort of regroup from that and then attack the next quadrennial?
Yeah, I think obviously last summer was devastating for us, and I think the silver lining, I guess, is that the bulk of our team is really young still, and there's a lot left in the tank, and I think really what we needed was Gio to come alongside and just help us believe again, because of course when you fail like that, it's easy to go, oh well, then we're never going to do it. We had a chance and we didn't. So I remember our first team meeting with Gio, he sat us all down, and just there's so much credibility in what he says because he's worked with all the best athletes and all the best teams, and he looked us in the eye and told us that we can do this, and we can go again, and we're going to take every step necessary to do that, and it won't be a repeat of what happened, but we're kind of starting totally afresh. And I think that leadership really set us on the right path the last few weeks especially, and he had a clear plan for us for the next few years of hopefully qualifying, and I think it's a distant memory now for me. I'm like fully locked into LA, and I think there's full belief from our team.
I want to ask you, because I'm always fascinated when people go to Brazil to play. It's such an amazing volleyball environment there. And what have you learned over the last 3 years playing in Rio?
I think Brazil is so special because they love volleyball so much, and they're so passionate about it. And I was really fortunate to work with a coach and a staff that is one of the best in the world, and I think if you spend 3 years with any quality coach, like, you walk away from that a different player if you're willing to buy in. And so I just feel so incredibly lucky that they took a chance on me when I was 3 years ago, a young new setter, and I'm walking away feeling like just incredibly grateful for the leadership and wisdom and just skills that they've given me, but I think even more so the off-court stuff, that the qualities that it's really important in a setter to have with managing a team, managing a group of girls. So it was an incredible experience and will always be like a second home, but also excited to come a little closer to home.
Brie, you mentioned I think you said the word was devastating last year, not making it to the Olympics. When you saw that the Netherlands were going to be one of the first matches you'd play, I know it's not the first, what do you think you're going to experience when you step onto the court to face them?
I think I probably won't forget that match for a while. None of us will. However, I agree with Gio that I think both of our teams deserve to be at the Olympics last year. It's not necessarily that I am mad at the Netherlands for going and us not going. We had opportunities to put ourselves in a better situation also, not just that one game. However, it's always, I think, going to be, a healthy rivalry that is attached to that qualification whole cycle. Like, we kind of knew early on that it was probably going to be us or them, and so it's not just last summer, but there's been kind of that feeling. We obviously, lots of us have friendships with girls on that team, so it's outside of the court, there's no problems. But I think, when I saw the first game, it was like a quick reminder of what we lost, I guess, and then also just a kind of a fresh start, kind of a fun way to reset and start on a new path, I guess, with a whole new staff. So yeah.
And given how close you guys were to competing at the Olympics, can you talk about just maybe the group chats amongst the team this year, how motivated your team has been to get this cycle going?
Yes, I think it's been a roller coaster. I think there's like all the grieving, you could say, as an athlete of the shock and the disappointment and all of that. And then I think once we all kind of reset and we're well into our club seasons, there was pretty much unanimous buy-in again to, okay, we're like I said, we're all young. There's a lot of years left in us. So if we all stick together, like, we can do this again, and we're only getting stronger. So I think, especially after we started having meetings with Gio and he was kind of giving us the vision for the next 4 years, I think it became clear that we were all really excited to get going, and motivation, I think, is 100% back again the way it was for Paris. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brie.
Can I keep asking her?
No, let's let someone else.
I wasn't sure if
Then you
anybody
can
else
come
was
back.
gonna ask.
Brie, you just mentioned that the team is you guys are still quite young. This year, compared to many past years, is a much more of an injection of young talent into the roster. You were once that kind of new girl on the team coming into the last quad. What's it like having some new blood and some fresh faces in the room?
I mean, it's the dream. It's so fun to see girls experience what you've experienced years prior. And even just last night, a couple of us older girls went for a walk with all the new young girls, and it's their first VNL, and just like chatting through, like, do you have any questions? Like, what's surprising? Is you feel good? And it's so fun to see them experience the, like, magic, you could say, of this level of volleyball. That's just like a whole new world for them. So that part, like, the experience is so fun. And then on the other hand, they're amazing volleyball players. It's so fun to play with them on the court and see girls that I'm playing with, many girls for the first time in my life. I didn't even know who they were, and they are dominating on the court. So huge props to Gio for opening the door to everyone, finding the talent, and I think the quality in our gym has just risen a lot. So that's really exciting to see.
How's the vibe been in the room so far since coming back from your pro seasons? Obviously, you guys have a long time off after last year's VNL. What's it like getting back in the room and just getting back with the girls on the team?
Always the best, always so fun, such a good reunion. We've been through so much together, this group, that it feels kind of like family, like coming home. And I think adding new, young, fresh energy also reminds you how lucky we are to do what we're doing. And their, like, eyes are wide, like they're walking into Disneyland sort of. And for us, it's like, another season, another summer. And I think it's been a cool balance of, like, this is not something to be taken for granted. And I want to show the, I guess, next generation that this is a huge honor, and our job to represent Canada and volleyball in Canada now as best we can on and off the court. So it's been really exciting and fun.
I was just going to pick up on your point about motivation. So how much has your resolve been almost hardened or increased by what happened last summer? That you feel you're ready to go to another level with a coach as experienced and as successful as the man you are there? Shannon Windsor took you there, but maybe you're ready to go.
Yeah, I think losing sucks so much, and we all hate it, but at the end of the day, I think we all know that you learn your biggest lessons from losing. So obviously we wish that we could have tasted the reward of 4 years of a lot of hard work and improvement. However, I think it does give us sort of an edge for the next cycle of, we know how close we were, and when you think about the level of volleyball we were playing at the start of last quad, it was far, far lower quality than what we're playing right now. So if we can, I guess, maintain that for the next few years, I think we have it. We know we have everything we need now, and pair that with this sort of like chip on our shoulder from losing, I think it's the recipe for greatness.
Brie, does it become more of a committee approach on offense without Alexa Gray?
Yes, for sure. Alexa is so talented. She is such a definitely a go-to for me. We've been playing together so long that it's really effortless, which is the thing that you take for granted, that connection, and the thing that we're working to build so hard right now with all these young, also very talented players. You just have to, as a setter especially, it takes more mental effort to set new players, because it doesn't really matter how good or bad they are, you need to learn their specific ball. So definitely Alexa can be a get out of jail free card, because she can score on so many balls. So it's been fun to figure out, like, okay, what does our offense look like without her? But we have a lot of weapons, and we miss her. And also I'm really excited to see younger girls and just less experienced pin hitters step up and kind of fill that.
And all of the commentators worldwide are locking that line in their minds, get out of jail free card. So,
Is she
thanks.
injured, or why didn't she come?
No, she's not injured. She's just taking a break and spending time with family.
Okay, I'm sure we could keep going, but we have to keep moving.